Second. I'd make a motion to approve that as presented.
Not second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you, that carries. That completes my report.
Thanks, Corey. Personnel Committee meeting report. We had a long list tonight. I'm just looking here. There's 7 retirements, totaling 153 years of service to the district. So you do the math, almost 22 years per individual. So I'm going to lump these together, the retirements, which is 13A, 13C, 13D, 13E, 13G, and 13I. As a committee, we met and we voted to accept all of those retirements as presented. So I make the motion we accept all of those retirements as presented this evening.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. Further discussion from the board. Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We also had 3 teacher resignations, or two teacher resignations, excuse me. Items 13B, a math teacher, and item 13F, a business teacher resignation. So I would lump those two together and make a motion that we accept those teacher resignations as presented.
I'll second.
So we have a motion and a second to accept as presented. Further discussion from the board? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries as well. We also had one more item, which was discussion and possible decision to hire a 1.0 teacher and 1.0 teacher assistant to continue the support of the 4K program at the elementary school. This would maintain status quo as last year, offering 2 sections within the elementary school. We made the decision to accept that as presented, and I would make the motion we accept as presented.
I'll second that.
So we have a motion and a second. Further discussion from the board.
The discussion that we did have was, consistent with our discussion we had last year. And having those 2 sections permitted with a ceiling of 20 students per, and the rest would be, quite honestly, with the intent that they go to the other sites.
So we're making a decision already in committee for how we're going to set 4K next year? Is that what you're? No?
How we're going to staff 4K in the elementary based on enrollment numbers today.
But we don't know what enrollment number is going to be next year.
We have 123 children already,
They started
Enroll.
February 1st enrolling.
and there's options within our other providers to provide them education.
But yet we had our own staff tell us that 20 in the classroom was too much. That's the decision of this board. Just clarifying, so I understand what the
Yes.
committee has decided.
Yes.
Okay.
So we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion from the board? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Motion carries. Nothing else within our meeting required any board actions. We'll move on to the Finance Committee, which is item 14.
Okay, this evening at Finance Committee,
What's that?
Sorry. First future is the only item, so that's,
Yeah.
sorry.
discussion and possible recommendation of the approval of the monthly voucher list of February 27th, which ran into, the 27th, for $3,943,845.44. I would so move.
I'll second.
All in favor? Roll call vote, sorry.
Can I just make one quick point here?
Sure.
That that's a really large number. 1.9 million of that was the first payment to Nexus in regards to our major issue. That is all.
Kaiser,
Yes.
Kramer,
Yeah.
Theo,
Yes.
Tomcheck,
Yes.
Alice,
Yes.
Barnes,
Yes.
Lewis, is absent, Gorman,
Yes.
all yes.
Okay, item B was possible discussion and possible recommendation approval of the monthly treasury report It was dated January 31st on February 6th. I would so move.
I'll second.
Barnes,
Yes.
Gorman,
Yes.
Kaiser,
Yes.
Kramer,
Yeah.
Theo,
Yes.
Tomcheck,
Yes.
Alice,
Yes.
all yes.
Okay, item C5, discussion and possible recommendation and approval of a resolution authorizing entering into intergovernmental cooperative agency relating to the Wisconsin Investment Service Series Cooperative of $17 million in the money that we are going to be receiving shortly, as Brent so noted. And the interest rate would be of a better, with a fluctuating interest rate. And as we've been hearing on the news, that our interest should be picking up, taking off. Now Brent says by March 20th, we should have this contract closed.
Basically, we'll have the bond bids will come in March 20th, and at the March 20th meeting, you'll approve the borrowing for the bonds for the science edition and the Nexus energy project.
But this request is in regards to using a company that provides
To help
you with
invest.
investment options and cash deposit options, since we're taking all this money in, but we don't have to spend it right away. And you're requesting the ability to access this and use it to assist you in investing that money short term.
That is correct.
I so move.
I'll second it.
Is this a roll call vote?
Resolutions usually are.
Yeah, let's do that. Roll call.
Kramer,
Yes.
Theo,
Yes.
Tomcheck,
Yes.
Alice,
Yes.
Barnes,
Yes.
Gorman,
Yes.
Kaiser,
Yes.
all yes.
Okay, item 5B is possible, decision and possible recommendation authorizing the sale of the high school portable classroom. We have
Make a motion to approve the sale of the classroom.
Randy,
I'll second it.
all in favor? All right, is there any other
It's a
discussion?
resolution.
If anybody says they don't want
Good job, Brent.
Did you get a buyer?
Way to go.
Yes.
Whoa.
Good luck moving it.
Beats throwing it away.
Pretty good. That would conclude my report.
He did.
Just give it a no. It's approved, unanimous.
Okay, we'll move on to item 15, which is other reports. WASB report, correspondence and upcoming meetings.
Well, because Kelly is absent, she did just kind of update me on the delegation. She was on the state convention, and a note that, you know, we made a motion, actually numerous motions at our last meeting about what she should vote on and not. Most of those never even came to light. So maybe a note for future, we look, because they change it, they don't always bring forward, they meet before the meeting and then throw some out that they don't ever bring to light. So something that we should talk about next year when it comes to that time. Also, I was at the state convention, I'm not gonna go over since it's so late once I attended, and I also was down at Adele's, and I like to share with Brent some really interesting one that I went to for managing risk for co-curricular activities in the public schools. I was shocked at the number of things that they would never think of that would come up, that we are covered on. Usually going out of state, you know, on field trips and or any kind of trips. You know, they made the one girl that they talked about was a girl from Ellsworth who fell through a stage door, who is now paralyzed, and I think it cost him, and it happened in Minnesota. So that was the problem, $60 million. But she's going around now doing speeches, and it was very, very interesting, but I'm not gonna go on, because I got lots of notes, but I'll share it with you. That's all I got.
Okay, thanks, Diane. 15B is the CISA 9 correspondence and report from the monthly meeting.
You should have this all
The control minutes are included.
and that would conclude my CISA.
Great report, Mike.
Move on to item number 16, which is future agenda items. Let me know if anyone, let myself or Ann know if anyone has anything for future Agenda items, go ahead, Corey.
I think that this body should hear a report from our athletic director on the participation levels in the different sports that we fund, and a trend line on that participation, and the cost of those sports.
Zach normally does that in August, on his like annual yearly report. Do you want that at the next board meeting, or
I
do
don't
you want
remember it
that
from August, so
Let's have it at the next.
at the next board meeting, you want that report?
Sure.
Okay,
Complements my other items, quite honestly.
okay.
It would be, I don't know how everyone feels, but it would be interesting to see in our extracurricular activities what the cost per participant is. You know, like if we have 5 kids in a sport and the sport costs X number of dollars, it might be the most expensive thing we fund for kids to be involved in. I'd be interested in seeing that.
are we gonna have both of them?
I'd be curious too, just what our Title IX offsets are. I know curling would be co-ed, so you wouldn't have to offset it with anything. I'm just, there's so many options, and I know we're meeting the requirements, I'm just curious as to how they align.
Yes, I have one more, and
Yep.
it could just be an update for us later. The middle school had sent a letter out to the parents about internet safety. I'm just kinda curious as to why that would've went out. Did both schools, or all schools send that out, and
We did that because it was at the semester and we're just in the
so there was no
process.
incident leading up to
No.
it as far as, okay.
No.
No answer. That was the answer.
Anything else, just let Ann or myself know. That said, we'll move into closed session. Item 17, the board will go into closed executive session pursuant to section 19.151 for the purpose of recruitment compensation for the 18 and 19 students.
How are you?
Good to see you.